Building a really strong business online a lot of the time means building a very strong brand identity, something that people can point to and say, I know who they are and I know what they offer, and it's very easy for them to figure it out. And to do that, you most often need to connect with the right audience. And connecting with the right audience means that you need to communicate the way that they do online, which means in any circumstance, no matter what thing you're focusing on, if you're focusing on sewing, if you're focusing on 360 cameras, anything in between, you need to understand memes. Memes are a huge part of the internet, and no matter what industry you're in, they are a part of your daily interaction. But how do you take this fun little internet quirk and turn it into sales? Well, today I'm going to tell you all about it by first clearly identifying what a meme is, showing you why it works, giving you some do's and don'ts of meme marketing, and finally sharing a strategy to help you win with memes fast. My name is Trent Kennelly. I'm a marketing strategist, and on this channel I talk about all the things that you can do to improve your business through marketing, sales, and analytics. So if that sounds good to you and you're excited, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're into it, comment and let me know what your favorite meme is, if you've thought about monetizing it or not. I just love memes, so I'd love to know, and let's get started. All right, so what is a meme? Meme is internet slang for anything that's funny or viral content. So most of the time, it'll be an image or a GIF with a white bar on the top with some explanation or something like that. That time when you X or something like that. But it's not always gonna be an image or a GIF. A lot of people kind of miss this, but it doesn't stop at images. It has been expanding for a long time. Ice bucket challenge was considered a meme. Planking was considered a meme. Rick rolling is a meme. These are not still images, they're not always GIFs. Rick rolling requires audio, so they're not the same thing as an image or a GIF, but they are memes, okay? Just to even add further to that, TikTok has made sound files memes, because if you use certain sound files on your video, you're gonna increase the virality of that video just algorithmically. But the meme definition is both incredibly broad and highly precise, because it kind of encompasses everything, and at the same time, it's anything that's viral, that gets people's attention and gets them interested in sharing it with other people. All right, so how do we tell if it's a meme? Well, I'm gonna give you a two-part test here. So the first part is it shareable or riffable? So what I mean by this is it interesting enough that someone either wants to share it with their own network or wants to riff off of it? They wanna take their own idea and apply it to this meme template. So a good example of this would be Distracted Boyfriend or Side-Eye Chloe, and how you see a bunch of different varieties on that same meme template. That is a good meme because it's shareable or it's riffable, and in these cases it's both, okay? How do we tell if it's shareable? Memes are almost always fun or funny. They're always gonna be relatable. So what you wanna do is look at other memes with the same template and see if there's a lot of variety there. If you don't see a lot of variety, it's probably not gonna be relatable and shareable enough. It's probably not gonna be riffable enough. So it's probably not gonna be the right meme for you. Second, is there a single theme or idea associated with this image or this template? Most memes are going to set a pattern and then follow that pattern. So a good example would be Distracted Boyfriend. Distracted Boyfriend is you. Girlfriend in that scene is something that you're involved with currently. Red Dress Girl is going to be something that you're at least briefly more interested in than the thing that you're already involved in. Actual Advice Mallard is known for giving actual advice about things, so kind of like life hacks. It's not intended for jokes, so if you're using Actual Advice Mallard for jokes, it's not gonna really do very well because that's not what people expect out of that meme template. Gru Presentation is a 4-panel where Gru from Despicable Me will be giving a presentation about something, and in the 3rd panel, I believe it is, he double takes his own presentation. He realizes that he made a huge mistake and he's actually just messing himself up inside the presentation. There's a theme for every single meme that's very successful out there. So you want to understand if there's a theme here that you can work off of. All right, so why does this thing work? Well, it's virality personified. So you're effectively putting content out there that already strongly resonates with people, and you're just building on that. So you're just taking something that already works and you're stacking your own blocks on top of it, okay? Which is going to cause people to want to share it with their own friends and family, which increases that brand awareness and those sales, etc. If it's funny or it's punchy, it sticks with people in their minds a lot longer. And if you're really lucky, it becomes a cultural flashpoint and people remember it much longer, and it increases that brand awareness a lot faster because people are so taken by it, okay? It could be a bad thing to be a cultural flashpoint too, but let's focus on the positives. Next, the do's and don'ts of memes. So the first do is to understand the history of a meme. There are a lot of memes out there that have kind of a rocky history and you want to be careful about. A good example of this is Pepe the Frog, which very famously during the 2016 presidential election was effectively co-opted by the alt-right. And ever since then, it's a pretty mixed legacy, and any meme that uses Pepe the Frog is gonna have a hard time not being polarizing. So what I would suggest is to check out knowyourmeme.com. It's a fantastic resource to understand memes, very up to the minute, so you can understand the history of any particular meme that's out there, even if it's only been out for a couple weeks. Don't come off as a corporate shill, okay? It is really easy to sound like a corporate shill when you're using memes as an advertising mechanism, because a lot of the time people just try to directly sell with a meme, which is not how you should be doing things. This is not considered a sales device. It's considered a strategy and brand awareness device that's gonna push people towards a sale, okay? There's a subtle difference there, all right? If you're just using your memes to directly sell to people, they're going to know deep down that they're being advertised to, and they're not gonna want that, and they don't want that shoved in their faces, and they will ignore you or worse, call you out for it, especially if you're using something like Reddit. They're really gonna go after you if you just start trying to advertise with memes, okay? Do understand how to use a meme. This is really important. The worst mistake that you can possibly make when you're marketing with memes is to use that meme improperly. Remember, the test of the meme, the second part, is to understand that there's a specific theme. So understand that theme, understand how to use it, or again, people are gonna see you as a corporate shill and ignore you, call you out, or get really angry at you about it. Don't post random memes. Now, this might increase how many people see it in the beginning. That's your reach, right? But if you're looking for an audience of knitting enthusiasts, but your memes are about cars, those memes are not gonna get you there. They need to be at least a little bit on topic to attract the people that you're trying to attract to your brand, okay? Do know your target audience. So certain meme templates work better with certain audiences. The most obvious example here is Minion memes. Never worked for a single day on younger audiences, but baby boomers eat them up. They absolutely love them. It's been like 10 or 15 years since Despicable Me came out, but there you go. They absolutely love them. So just keep in mind your audience, because you might find that somebody in a very specific niche audience loves deep fried memes, for instance, but that's a very, very niche audience. You need to be very specific about that. But again, there are billions of different memes out there, so you just need to understand that audience to figure out what works. And then finally, do not post outdated memes. So let's be very clear on what I mean by outdated here. Outdated means the circulation and the creation of new memes for that meme has decreased. So for instance, Grumpy Cat blew up for a long time, but now the circulation is pretty low. People don't really talk about Grumpy Cat as much anymore, so the meme is probably considered outdated. So you don't want to post about Grumpy Cat anymore because it's not going to have that same relatability factor. It might get nostalgia, but it's best to go with something that's more new and out of the box, okay? Now this can get very tricky because there are literally memes that blow up and die in 24 hours. So if you're up for that, if you're up for understanding what's working in the moment, creating in the moment, that's probably really good for your business, good for you. You should go for that. Otherwise, just keep an eye on things like Reddit and 9gag if you're into that, and it'll kind of inform you exactly what memes are coming up and what things are getting really popular. All right, here is a strategy that you can use to help yourself get moving with memes. So step one, use month-old meme templates. Memes, of course, have been around for a long time, and you can use those old memes if you want to, but again, you have to be very skilled with that. It's better if you can to start out to use these month-old memes, the idea being that the virality of the meme has already been established because it's been around for a month, which means it's made it through that original 24 or 48 hour gauntlet, and people are really riffing on it quite a bit. But it's not so old that the people who originally saw it in that first 24 to 48 hours think that it's old, okay? So it's a good middle ground for piggybacking on the virality and pushing your product or your service through that viral meme status. Step two, collect source material. So again, understanding how to use this meme is extremely important, so you wanna have a lot of examples to pull from. This is gonna help you really understand the angle the internet is taking for a meme so that you can take that exact same angle and apply it with your new idea. And then the final step is to keep any product placement very casual and light. BarkBox is a great example here because they use a lot of self-deprecating humor. They don't always directly mention themselves. They just make jokes and they're kind of related, as you can see, to dogs and dog food and that sort of stuff. Whereas Ruffles, using this Arthur meme with the clenched fists, was way too on the nose, way too direct salesy, and it just didn't work, and everybody rejected it, and even all these people were starting to make fun of that meme, so it was like a meme on the meme. And then final step here is to identify your distribution point. So some distribution points are gonna be better than others depending on what your meme is. So Reddit, for instance, those subreddits of MeIRL and Meme Economy can be a little bit on the edge, a little bit on the nose. So unless your meme is super out there effectively, MeIRL probably isn't gonna be the best, but maybe Twitter would work better for you, maybe Facebook would work better for you. Instagram, I would play back the memes, I wouldn't use them too much. Instagram, every once in a while, will go through and just flush accounts with memes in them. So you really don't wanna be in the middle of that, okay? So it's important to understand your distribution channel based on exactly how the social media works and how the social media channel works. You can check out this video for more detail on how they work. So we all love memes, right? The idea here is to figure out how to take that love of memes that we all have and apply it to a sales process, okay? So I hope that this helped you to figure out how to position those memes better. Let me know if that was helpful for you, or otherwise, let me know what your favorite meme is, if you've tried to monetize it, or if you're thinking about that or not, how you want to use it in the future. I would love to know. I just love memes, so please let me know what your favorite one is. Otherwise, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're into it, and I'll catch you in the next one.